Hello dear students, welcome to this English class. Today let's take up chapter number 5, The Mask, part B. Students, do remember we have covered part A in our previous session. Today let's continue with part B. Before we continue, let's recollect the main characters that we encountered in part A. So students, are you ready? The Mask, Part B by Satyajit Ray. The main characters are Feluda is a sleuth. Do you remember, students? We have Feluda as a sleuth, that is a detective, a person who tries to solve mysteries. Topshe is a narrator and Feluda's cousin. Rajan Babu is a retired old man and Tinkuri Babu is a paying guest at Rajan Babu's house. Dr. Phone Mitra is Rajan Babu's doctor. Students, if you have gone through the previous video, that is part A, you should know what happened in part A. We have Rajan Babu is a retired old man who receives a threatening letter. And what's a letter? What is the message in that letter? That it says, be prepared to pay for your sins. So Rajan Babu is very much disturbed, and so Feluda, who is a detective, tries to solve this mystery. And he is helped by his cousin Topshe. And they have the first suspect, that is Dr. Phone Mitra, since he is a visitor at Rajan Babu's house. So they suspect him to be the person who must have sent the threatening letter. So that is what we have covered in part A. Now let's continue. What happens? Let's see what happens further. Before that, let's quickly go through the meanings that we are going to come across in part B. Antiques are old and very valuable things. Students, you must have gone to a museum and you must have seen many old ancient things which have been kept preserved because they are very precious. So they are called as antiques. Curios are rare and unusual things which people often collect. You must have come across people who have the special hobby to collect unusual things like old coins or stamps. So such things, rare and unusual things, are called as curios. Crook is a dishonest person, a person who cheats. Now give one word for those following phrases. A reason for doing something is called as motive. I repeat, a reason for doing something is called as a motive. Rare and unusual things which people often collect are called as curios. Repeat after me. Rare and unusual things which people often collect are called as curios. Let's now start reading. Please read along with me. The second person who visited Rajan Babu often was Mr. Ghoshal, an expert in antiques. Of late, Rajan Babu had developed an interest in antiques and curios and collected many masks, daggers and old paintings. So now the first suspect was Dr. Phone Mitra. Now they suspect that Mr. Ghoshal, who is an expert in antique, could be the suspect. So this is the second suspect that they have a doubt on. Now let's see why they suspect him as a person who must have sent the threatening letter. Now, of late, Rajan Babu had developed an interest in antiques and curios. So, Mr. Ghoshal is an expert who collects antiques, that is old valuable things, right? And Rajan Babu also has an interest. He has recently developed an interest in antiques and curios. And what are the curios that he collects? He has collected many masks, daggers and old paintings. Now Tinkuri Babu thinks that Mr. Ghoshal is a crook. Let's read. Tinkuri Babu thought Ghoshal was a crook. I don't trust him at all. He pretends to be interested in art and antiques, but I think what he really wants is to buy them cheap here and sell them to foreigners at a much higher rate. Tinkuri Babu had told Feluda when we met him in the coffee shop the next day. Now Feluda is making certain investigations and Tinkuri Babu is giving his side of the explanation. What he tells Feluda is Ghoshal is a crook because he thinks that Ghoshal is only pretending to be interested in art and antiques, but actually he is trying to buy them at a cheaper rate so that he can sell them to foreigners at higher rates. So Tinkori Babu thinks that he is a crook. Let's read. Then he might have a motive in sending the letter to Rajan Babu, said Feluda. I learnt during my visit to the curio shop today that the shop is going to get some fresh supplies this evening. So now Feluda has made certain inquiries, investigation about Mr. Ghoshal, and he has found that curio shop is going to receive certain fresh supplies of antique pieces. So Feluda thinks that Mr. Ghoshal must be having a motive. Motive means a reason to do something. So he must be having a reason for sending that threatening letter to Rajan Babu. So now let's see what Tinkori Babu replies. I see, exclaimed Tinkori Babu. A letter like that would naturally frighten Rajan Babu into staying at home for a few days, and Ghoshal would go to buy all the new pieces. Exactly, Feluda replies. Okay, so now what Tinkori Babu concludes, that he understands what Feluda has discovered and what his investigation says. So he guesses, he says, so that means Mr. Ghoshal has sent the threatening letter because his motive is to frighten Rajan Babu so that he can stay at home, and then he would not be able to go to the antique shop to buy the antique pieces. That means Ghoshal could go and buy all the new pieces from the antique shop. And Feluda agrees with what Tinkori Babu has concluded. So he says, exactly. Our next suspect was Rajan Babu's son, Prabir Majumdar. Now they have suspected Mr. Ghoshal. They have a doubt in him, but the investigations do not stop there because they are not confirmed. Okay, and now they have one more suspect. Let's see. Our next suspect was Rajan Babu's son, Prabir Majumdar, who was away. Rajan Babu, it seems, had asked Prabir to leave the house when he was caught stealing from his father's cupboard. Father and son had not been in contact since. Now, Rajan Babu's son, Prabir Majumdar, had to leave the house. Why? Because he was caught stealing money from his father's cupboard. And then ever since, father and son both have not been in contact. That means they have not been in touch. Feluda's investigation had revealed that Prabir had recently arrived in Darjeeling. Now, Feluda had investigated about Prabir Majumdar, and he has found that Prabir has recently arrived in Darjeeling. Okay, so this is his findings, and this news shocked Tinkori Babu. So Tinkori Babu is very shocked at the news that Prabir Majumdar has arrived in Darjeeling. Rajan Babu doesn't know that his son is in town, said Tinkori Babu. And I don't think he should be told. After all, he has already had one shock, and so Prabir has a motive to threaten his father, interrupted Feluda. So now what Tinkori Babu says, Rajan Babu doesn't know that his son is here. So I don't think we should tell him, because then he might undergo another shock. He might get frightened that his son has come to take revenge. So I don't think we should tell him that his son is in town. And he wants to say something more. Tinkori Babu wants to say something, but Feluda interrupts and suddenly says something in between. And what does he say? That Prabir has a motive to threaten his father. So now Feluda says that probably Prabir has a motive to threaten his father. That means he wants to take his vengeance because he was asked to leave the house. Okay. So these are the investigations so far. Now the case had reached the stage when it had 3 suspects but no culprit yet. So that means now they have come across 3 suspects. One is Dr. Phoni Mitra, second is Mr. Ghoshal, that expert in antiques, and third is Rajan Babu's son, that is Prabir Majumdar. But none of them are confirmed. So that is why it is said it had 3 suspects but no culprits yet, and therefore the investigations continue. So they are totally clueless. Now the case had reached the stage where it had 3 suspects but no culprit yet. Okay? Then something very frightening happened. Okay? Now something happens. Now let's see what happens. We found him lying down looking pale and haggard. Who is that? Rajan Babu. They find Rajan Babu. Now something happens and Feluda and Topsy are called at Rajan Babu's house, and they find him lying on the bed looking pale and haggard. That means he's totally disturbed, nervous. Pale is very nervous. And Dr. Mitra, let's read. Dr. Mitra was by his side examining him, and Tinkuri Babu was fanning him. Rajan Babu spoke with some difficulty. Last night after midnight, I woke up suddenly and there it was. Face, masked face. Yes, I saw her masked face. It bent over me. It was horrible. Rajan continued. I can't tell you how I spent the night. Take it easy, said the doctor. You need complete rest. Now Rajan Babu is trying to give his explanation. He's totally frightened and he's speaking with a lot of difficulty. And what is he saying? That in the middle of the night, he suddenly woke up and he saw a masked face bent over him. That means somebody was standing and looking at him, and there was a mask on that person's face, and that mask was horrible. It was very horrible. And after that, Rajan Babu was so frightened that he found it very difficult to spend the night. Okay, that means he had a sleepless night. Now the doctor is trying to calm him down. So what is he saying? Take it easy. You need complete rest. You can see that image there. Rajan Babu is on the bed and Dr. Phony is attending to him, and there standing beside him is Tinkuri Babu, and we have Feluda and Topsy standing behind. Now Feluda is doubting Dr. Phony Mitra. So he has observed something, he has seen something and is trying to do some inquiry. So he's asking, Dr. Mitra, Feluda said suddenly, did you go out last night? Your jacket's got a streak of mud on it. Now what he has seen, he has observed some mud stains on his jacket, on Dr. Mitra's jacket. So he's asking him, did you go out last night? So he suspects it could be Dr. Phony Mitra who must have come with the masked face. Okay. Yes, I did, to see a patient, replied Dr. Mitra. Now Dr. Mitra is saying, yes, I did go out and to see a patient. Okay. So now Feluda is suspecting it is Dr. Phony Mitra who has come, the person with the masked face. Feluda waited for the doctor to leave and then asked Rajan Babu, what did the mask look like? Now Feluda is very doubtful about Dr. Phony Mitra, and then so he waits for him to leave, and then he's asking Rajan Babu, what did the mask look like? It was like one of those you see on the wall there. The mask he pointed was more horrendous. Okay, so now Feluda is asking, how did the mask look? So then Rajan Babu points to a mask that is on the wall, and the mask was very horrendous. That is looked very awful, very dangerous, frightening. So students, will end up here part B, and let's see what happens in the further part of the story in our next video, that is the mask part C. Till then, I want you to read your text that has been covered so far, learn all the meanings and do your daily assignments. Thank you for watching the video, and we'll meet in our next session, that is the mask part C. Take care and God bless you all. Thank you.